In this video, I'm going to show you how to use CommonLit, which is a website that we will be using in English class for various assignments, whether it be reading an article for nonfiction or a fictional short story. So what you will do is locate the assignment that will have this reading icon next to it. This first one that we are going to be working on is When Good People Do Bad Things. So I will click on that and you can see a link will show up here. So we'll open the link. Then you're going to want to log in with Google, not with Clever. Clever is an auto login service, and we actually have to pay to have different sites put in there. And at the moment, CommonLit, I don't believe, is one of those paid services that the school is providing through Clever. So you're going to click on Login with Google, and then you're going to select your account information from the list to log in with. All right, once you have logged into the account, the first time it's going to ask you to update some information. The first thing it's going to ask you to do is to select your grade. In this case, you're going to tell it that you are in the 12th grade, and make sure you click on Save Changes. And then the next step, and this is an important step because if you skip this, then you're not going to be able to find your work. You're going to need to connect to my Google Classroom account. This will connect your account with CommonLit to the account that you have on Google Classroom. So we're going to go ahead and click on our login information. And then you're going to need to make sure that you click on Allow so that it will allow your information from Google to be shared with CommonLit and back from CommonLit to Google. Now that you've logged in, you will be able to see your assignment under My Assignments. You'll see what is assigned for you to do, what grading might be in progress, and any assignments that have been completed. At this time, the only thing that's in here are assignments to do. And in this case, the first assignment is When Good People Do Bad Things, which is an article that you will be reading. So you can click on the assignment to begin. It will then give you a brief overview of what you're going to be looking at. You just click on Got It. And then there are a few things that you'll need to know in order to fully navigate everything that you're doing on the screen. The first thing is you can actually change the font size from small, kind of a medium large, and a large. So if you're having trouble being able to read because perhaps the text is too small, you can change your text size. The next thing you can do is you also have an option up here for a read aloud, which would read the passage to you. And what it will do is it will highlight, and then you just hit play, and then you can stop when you want to.
When Good People Do Bad Things by Anne Trafton, 2014, Rebecca Sachs, and
so it will highlight as it goes along. So the best practice would be for you to read along with it as it's reading to you. The next thing that you have an option to do, especially if you're a non-native English speaker, would be to translate the text. Here you could translate the text into one of, I believe, 25 different languages. The most common that we probably would be translating into would be Spanish. So you can translate it into Spanish if you like. Get rid of our little cookies notification on there at the bottom. All right, and then finally, you also have the option to annotate by highlighting different pieces of text. So for example, if I wanted to highlight this main piece here, I can just go over it with my highlight tool, and then I have the option to highlight this in any color that I want, and we will be talking about some color coding for that as we go through the year, but for right now, I'm just going to use the yellow. And let's say I want to write myself a little note. I can also highlight it again here and then click on the little text. And then I can write myself a note about why I highlighted this in the first place. So I might say main idea just to get myself used to using the highlighter. All right. So as you're going through, you're going to notice also that you're going to get to a certain point and part of the text will be blurred out. The reason for this is the text is set up so that you have to answer a series of questions in order to move on in reading the text so that it checks for understanding before it allows you to move on. In order to answer the questions, you're going to click on the little Q1 or Q2 or whatever number comes after it icon there. And then it will pop up with a question for you. And you'll see there's like little stars there to let you know what you got. So according to the text, what is the disadvantage of groups is their first question. And you can see this is a multiple choice question. So you would select an answer. I'm going to go ahead and select one that I know is wrong. Let me see. So I know D is wrong. So you can see it automatically tells me that that one is incorrect and asks me to try again. So what it's going to do then is give me an opportunity to go back and find the correct answer. So again, it will not let me move on until I get the correct answer there. All right. When you're done, it will also have a short quiz at the end for you to complete. And then you will be able to submit it as completed. Now, when you're fully finished and you go back to Google Classroom, once your assignment's done, your teacher will have the opportunity to go in and sync up the score from CommonLit to Google Classroom, and it will actually automatically add your points and score in for us. So the nice thing is that will make it a little bit quicker for you to get your score back as opposed to things that need to be manually graded. So if you have questions or anything, make sure you ask your teachers or review the video and have a great day and make good choices.